really walk away from most fights, but maybe not this one.
Opting into this one as now Warden has arrived, but it's first blood for Chuffy. Grabs it just in time. Warden.
Yeah, might not though, as Warden makes his way on through.
He does have that fight coming through, but there's 3 members of Wortex right there. But the ult from Zinjab keeps him alive just a little longer. Will he fall down? Vela locks him down with the ultimatum, and Energy in with the support. Such a clutch play from the Camille. Escape. Maybe he's been dragged into the wrong side of town right now. The gravity field should get those stuns off to create a little bit of space right now. But Chuffy takes out Warden. He's traded by Vela. Mr. Freeze pumping out the damage. Blind Boy comes in with the flank from the backside. He is going to fall down to Energy and Vela, and they run for the hills as Wortex
This?
Yeah, Warden comes into TP channeling, and Warden's taken so much power in this fight. Chuffy is the one fleeing in what was essentially a 1 versus 3. Now, Goskilla, you've got everybody in the right place at the right time. Vela goes oh so very low, and Freeze, actually with the help of Ruff, picks them off, and once again, Vortex, we go, well, we're not going to build tank items anymore. We're just going to go in. In goes Warazar, and there's the stasis. But can they follow up? The stun lands straight onto Mr. Freeze. He isn't going to get caught with his interplay, but Warazar is still the first to go down right here. Vela on the front line doing so much damage. Chuffy follows suit. Down goes the Camille. Can Vortex rebuff this attack as before?
Chuffy, no flash, but he does have the paranoia.
Oh, Veilot's over the wall already and takes down the enemy jungler. Baron secured by Goskilla. Now Mr. Freeze far too far forwards and will be picked apart by Goskilla. Now they're on the chase for real. They're trying to catch on to Ruff, but Veilot gets stunned up. Blind Boy left all on his lonesome in the 1v5 will be the 3rd death. But they can't get him down. It's a big knockup though from Vortex, and they have damage firing back through onto Veilot. Mr. Freeze pumping out with Ruff. Can they keep the carries alive? But Toaster goes godlike, and it's a double kill out of nowhere, and Mr. Freeze has to run for the hills while the rest of Vortex are pummeled by Goskilla. Hard for that one, but Goskilla are still going to come out on top here in the 2nd game.
Yeah, eventually everything falls into place for Goskilla. And with their gold lead, they're able to just force through that fight in the choke. Not where you want to be versus the Zin.
Warden now on the bot side of mid does have level 6 and forces the flash, but the stun still connects, and I don't think there's any way out of this one for Spot Ice. Too much damage. The ults are layered perfectly.
Shenanigans went on, but we're actually just back into game. I think
we got straight back in and straight back into a fight here as Opalus gets hooked by Prospect and drops the ultimate to keep himself alive, but Chain of Corruption comes in late, and Balok over the wall out of nowhere, dragging him back in with the Apprehend and dunking down for the kill. Now Zup left all in the lurch. It's a double kill for Balok. Welcome to the Rift. But the ultimate lands onto Zup. The Chains of Corruption locking up an LNG deep into the background, but the Glacial Storm is zoning it away. Opalus dragged back in by the Apprehend. The dunk is there for Veilot, making it another double kill for the Darius.
If Veilot doesn't hit an entire...
hold on a second. Warden does not want to wait for that. There's the 1, and is there 2? Can he get the last dash? The Proto Belt for style points. That
PDA player. You had that one in the bag.
It's on to Helmisk again, and the Chain of Corruption's back up.
Wow.
Toaster gets the kill, flashes but won't land the piercing arrow. Energy though with a flash of his own, brought to Spot Ice back onto the fountain. And meanwhile, Balok catches Ultimator on the way back to the base. GSK with the Baron waves crashing in. It's another hook again. Prospect, he don't miss today. Energy tanking up those towers. The dunk is blocked by the Crescent Guard, but Toaster is there at the end of the fight, and Warden sliding in to force the egg and the kill onto Spot Ice. Goskilla with a very much different story today, taking a masterful win over Medieval Riga.
Much better control of the game today for Goskilla, cementing themselves with the 2-0 score out here in the first week of the summer season.
Angela burning through Warden, but Toaster gets himself to safety. The TP coming out of Energy does channel, but Goxie is all the way in. There's the knockup, but the heal keeps Varus alive. It's a first blood, and the dredge line straight onto Jolo. Energy with the auto attack picks it up. It looked like M2 had it, but GSK, they're just too good.
Over again.
Oh, Toaster doesn't get hit by the death sentence, and there's the equalizer, completely stymieing out the play. And the Super Mega Death Rocket does have the execute damage to get the job done. Julo getting run down by Energy and Prospect, but the Shockwave catches Exmar as well, and it is going to be the double kill for GSK. The bot lane going from bad to worse. Meanwhile, on top side, M2 trying to find a counter on the top side. Goxie changing places with Chapman. The tower shot is massive. It's unbelievable.
Here, at least they've got the equalizer if anyone oversteps, and Energy could teleport in.
Forwards a hook onto Onyos with the CC to follow up, and I don't think he's getting out of there. Equalizer's down. Goxy's one in on his own once again. Can flash to safety with the Crescent Guard, but here comes the second charge, and with only 2 to hold it, who knows if they'll get it. Oh, they actually won't get the second charge, I tell a lie.
1 minion left standing. It's just a bit too far away for Cospect.
Goxy too far back up and caught out in the 3v1, not giving them enough time to leave. Fallen Champion traded back by Beaupaire, and Julo the next on the chopping block. Toaster now, can he get away? Onya's there. Oh, the equalizer's back, and Beaupaire is sniped by the piercing arrow once again. Toaster on the killing spree, stunned into the wall, but does not care.
He got it this time. And the flash.
Oh, but Xmar is going to go straight down here. Not a chance to get out of there with Julo soon to follow, and Goxy as well. Goskilla fire right back.
Onyos is running in.
Trying to get onto Toaster, who is flashless, but the rest of GSK come hurtling round the corner and get that kill. And once again, Onyos and Julo the first on the chopping block. Beaupaire has to flash. The equalizer will just about clip him, and the Cyclone will seal up that play. Xmar, Goxy back off the fountain, but it is a 2 versus 5 right now, and that's a bit much when you get hooked like that. The last 2 kills coming in hot for Goskilla. What a performance from them. This really did look like Spring Goskilla is here to stay.
And this has just been one of the cleanest games that we've seen so far in... Oh, good lord.
Oh, they've caught out Basilisk, but Homeless Masters there doesn't have the ultimate, and first blood is picked up by Toaster. They're firing back. They're forced to flash out of Cosmic. Homeless Master wants to get this quadra kill started off. He's got one for himself once again. Remember, doesn't have the ultimate. Toaster with the double kill, but here is Faison to keep that one under control. Already down in this Callista, and Nasus has kind of just given up the ghost. He's right back down there, but another fight goes through. The Leona ult nails Clydex with no summoners, and another kill. The snowball is rolling. It is rolling fast downhill for Goskilla. They now, I think, have 5 kills on the Callista, and they're re-engaging on Faison. A rampage for Toaster, make it 6 kills. Toaster, and if it is enough to swing the tides, Homeless Master on the other side has the ultimate. He's got to keep himself alive, but neither of these teams is quite ready to go for it just yet, it seems.
I mean, they're just playing themselves, playing very carefully around each other and no longer doing that.
Oh, here they go. Oh my god, the Homeless Master evaporates, and Basilisks as well. The strategy crumbles for Goexanimo. No chance for the Lamb's Respite. GSK, what an execution. They'll pick up the 3rd dragon.
We'll see in this team fight if it starts. Oh,
they're going for the same fight again, but they couldn't find the perfect engagements last time. But Homeless Master gets the ult off this time. Can he do any more with it? He's going to come out the Lamb's Respite, but he pops straight away. It's the same story, and Sabro still found the Moonfall. The rest of Goexanimo running for the hills. It's the same 2 members dying. It took a few more seconds to happen, but the same story plays out. Tickling that support back to full HP, and Toaster around the corner finds Homeless Master. The stun won't quite land, and Toaster now still running wild. Clydex trying to fire back some damage. This one is getting very messy. Hold on a moment. Homeless Master's down again. Veilot finds that key target, and Basilisk left all on his own. Clydex nailed by the Zenith Blade. It's a double. It's a triple kill for Toaster. They've got the Ocean Soul. They're walking this wave down mid lane. GSK, they just cannot lose a fight today.
A big deal with going on, and Goexanimo doesn't have any members apart from that Karma who cannot do much to stop them from finishing this super intense game at 5 minutes in.
25 minutes.
Goskilla bot lane to not get killed early on, because that's what they're going to do. But Champion lost his flash during that play.
They're going for the dive. Tank and aggro right now. They need to juggle it, but Blindboy's going to fall. They're both guys down. How does Champion do it every time? Buff has opted into this fight onto energy, but got his ult very quickly cancelled. Toaster coming to support over the wall. Warzar drops the hook, and Cosplay finds the Zenith Blade as well. The Arcane Barrage will seal the deal. A round the corner, cannot find the Crescent Strike, dodges out the ultimate, takes a whole lot of damage, stunned up by the second gravity field. Toaster with the E flash behind the tower. Will they find the kills? I don't think they'll quite do it. Meanwhile, Mr. Freeze picks up a tower on the bot side. Champion, though, TPing in to make him pay with his life for this attempt, and will find that kill. Plus, the mid lane tower is getting wailed on. Thor and Opellis, Diana Steele just in the last game. The Baron has already fallen down. Rough TPing in Vortex, so they want to find a fight to get something off the back of this one. In comes the ult combos though for Goskilla. They found so much damage onto the carries. Already 2 members of Vortex have fallen, and Goskilla have split Vortex apart, chasing them down into the corners of the map. They'll take the Baron. They'll take 4 kills for themselves as well.
The downside hit Mr. Freeze. Oh my days, that's weird damage.
Oh, but in comes another ultimate. Toaster actually goes too aggressive, did I say that? Ruff has been traded back already. Crowstorm ripping through the backlines, and Goskilla chasing Blind Boy out of his own base. Ultimately, Warden is traded back by Vortex, and it's a bit of a scattered one. Look at that damage. The turret's already gone down. Taze into the back, but he's already hit the grey screen. Goskilla, they win that last fight in a big way. Push those last waves in, and they're gonna get this second win over Vortex. They'll join Goexanimo at 5-1. They are absolutely not down and out. Yes, they lost to Iron Wolves, but the beast of Goskilla is still very much alive.
And again, same as last game. You don't want to be here either.
They've got the Herald too. In comes the quickening from Cospect, and Spotsight's going to be the first casualty. Subs up now, dropping the Paranoia. They have maybe got them boxed in if they can get some good engagement. Subsup's already been caught out and is falling. Double G now, trying to kite back from Champion, but it's not good enough, and the kickback is better. Champion finds the Cogmore. Opellis will be the next on the chopping block, and Goskilla, what a dive from them. They take the tower, they take the kills. It is madness for them. Into the Zhonyas by Spotsight. A lot of damage coming through Zupsup with the Paranoia goes on, but the Blast Cone keeps away the shields. There's just so many of them, and Zupsup is going to fall, but Opellis still finds the kill onto Energy. A 4 versus 4 right now, but some ults have already been dropped. Double G trying to escape from the Monkey Madness from Champion. Has got the stun if Cogmore can stay alive, but what's that damage to Toaster? Doesn't find the last Mr. Shot. Opellis back in. There's the shot down onto Toaster. Rudsku is just having a fight versus Warden in the base. Double G now might run into the Lee Sin. That's not who you want to see. Dodges the Sonic Wave, and not the tough one to be sure. Opellis has been caught, he's been kicked back, he's been knocked up, he's gonna be taken down, drops the Crescent Guard, actually firing a lot of damage back with Double G, and they've managed to weather that initial storm. Zupsup's already dropped the Paranoia though. A TP coming in from Spotsight in a risky spot. Out comes Rudsku with the knockup, keeps mid laner alive. Arcane Barrage does so much damage, and another shuffle from Energy, and all of a sudden Goskilla wipe out Medieval Riga. 3 kills in the end with the Baron on the Rift. To see if this Dragon can be theirs too, but Medieval have rocked up en masse to contest. Energy now TPing in. Medieval Riga cannot find the thing. They've already dodged the Ezreal ultimate, and the ults are on deck, but now Redeemer calling for the fight. Energy slides in once again, gets another 2 pull back. Crescent Guard is out, blocking a lot of damage, but it's not going to stop the rampaging Goskilla side from diving deep into the backside, splitting apart Medieval Riga and picking the members off one by one. This time it's
picking up their 6th win here in the split, and I think that may well be it for Medieval Riga's chances at making the playoffs.
It's a close one. If they can,
as a Lee Sin, it helps him out in like an isolation when it comes to 1v1ing people, but he's not like applying it like he wouldn't be applying Grievous Wounds. You're not getting the executioners on the Lee Sin, but you are getting an engage.
Out comes the fight right now, and Xmar's trying to survive the Champion engage. They have got the kill right now, but Warden is on the side. Goxy flies in with the Paranoia, but then they change places, and they're still diving onto Xmar. Look at the stuns, look at the damage. Cospect finds one, and Toaster finds the other. Beaupair chased back into the jungle, and Goxy and Onyos are left without any damage. All round the corner gets the stun onto Julo, followed up with that ultimate, and the Nautilus will survive just about, but here comes a big fight picking off. Shut down already, kicked up by Beaupair, but Champion into the back with the showstopper, catches so many members, and the AoE damage from Goskilla. The Onyos Shen ultimate, but it's 2v5.
Warden, you gotta steal that, man. You
Where's
need that
the
Q.
rest of the team? Goxy's into the pit. Does he have the Paranoia slides in? Can't get the soul in time, and now the kills are flowing free. Toaster in. Toaster flashed, and it's a double for the Trist. Julo left alone as well. Goskilla.
Fight would have gone very differently as well if...
Julo wants to fight right now. Xmar trying to pump out the damage. They have a fair amount to bring to the table, but Cospect will walk away happily. Still, the 3 versus 4 Zhonyas has ended with the Stand United, but all 5 members of Goskilla, they're still alive, and Beaupair was already dead. Ace Goskilla, they keep hold of that first place. They move to 7-1. Method to Madness still on the struggle bus, just cannot find a win. Goexanimo are running through to try and assist, but it's going to be a little behind tempo. Godox get to double stun. They might try and take the fight out at the end of it at least. Showstopper into the wall. Out comes the Haymaker. Faison dives in, but stunned straight up by Cospect. Godox still getting wailed on by Champion, and it's a killing spree for the Wukong. Basilisk round the side. Master slices off the Leona, but there's still so much damage coming through from Goskilla, and energy with the shields. Faison is so low. Drops the end of the line. A smite heal from Warden, and Champion secures another. It's 3 kills for Goskilla for just 1 for Goexanimo. They might get the second charge too. Warden's on the side, another TP from Champion. The Goskilla TPs just don't stop, and out comes the Dragon Rage. But can they take down the jungle? Oh, here comes Champion with the Cyclone, catches everybody from Goexanimo, and it's a blowout for Goskilla.
That even enough against the damage of Goskilla.
We might have to find out as Godox has already fallen to Champion in the bot lane. Basilisk is in, trying to do something. Solo player will not find any targets, and they haven't found the kill just yet. There, down goes the Nautilus. Second tower to follow, and the inhib shortly after. Encore does catch on to 1, but that's not enough. That's not the 5-man ults we needed. Toaster with the massive damage again. Barrage comes out and snipes him on the fountain. You couldn't even let him heal up on the fountain, Toaster. That is rude, my friend. Warden's still in, just wreaking a bit of havoc. The TPs are in, the tower's going to fall. Goskilla, they are going to go to 8-1. Once again, they make mincemeat of Goexanimo and look so good doing it.
What could have been a statement game for Goexanimo, trying to keep up with Goskilla, ended up being Goskilla just solidifying their spot in the standing, showing
Look for the 1v1. There's no ult on Warden.
Prospect is rotating up as fast as he can,
Look
but
at the
that's so
damage.
much damage to Flash, and the safeguard keeps him under wraps, and Basilisk has to clean up the kill. Now Clydex drops the charge to Crystalline Arrow, but energy is there to support. Throws out the volley, so he's now going to flash from Rise, locks up Homeless Master, and he's not going to escape now. Clydex and Basilisk trying to escape safety with the Saturn charge, and a flash Zenith Blade locks them down even more. Ooh. And energy takes the double. Goskilla 4-1.
Which won't help his passive either, but he's just an ult bot. There's Warden passive disengage.
Warden is re-engaging those. Already used the kick, and energy around the corner makes us a 4 versus 3 for now. Homeless Master tries to get back with the Saturn charge, locks him up, forces the flash. Champion is there, so to catch him on the rotation. Ruff now joining the party. Warden's back in and finds the first kill. Stunned up by Renekton. Has a stun of his own though as Cospect comes in for the save. 5 versus 4 as Faison rocks up, and energy goes so low, but doesn't find any kills. Toaster will be a casualty for Goskilla at least. 2 for 1 in the end.
Of that shutdown, other than that, we're not seeing too much in the way of overextending as Ruff stacks up his Fury.
Cospect with the Hex Flash into the ult straight up to Basilisk, and they've got that member down already, and Warden always finds the Q into the backline, but won't go for the King Flash this time. Ruff is taking a lot of time up for the Goskilla members, but will be killed as a result. Realm Warp from energy deep into the base. Now they're going aggressive as Faison dives in, but what can he do? He found Warden, runs to safety. It's going to be 1 back for 4 dead for Goexanimo, and now the inhibitor's exposed.
That's a trait that Goexanimo can not be too happy about. They know that they'll win the fight afterwards in the 4v4.
Arrow does not land onto energy, and Faison is in, but bounced right back out. Champion though, with a huge Gnarl in their base, followed up with the wallop. Look at the damage coming through from energy. Shreds through the health bars, but it's actually Champion who hits the floor first. Homeless Master bounce back and is going to be locked up by the Zenith Blade, and traded by Toaster once again. Still the 1-for-1, but Goskilla happy to keep this fight going. They're taking the tower. They're gonna force Ruff into stasis and kill him as soon as he comes out of it for sure. Energy picks it up. Clydex looking for more. Satchel back up, and still so much damage being thrown back and forth, but it's always Goskilla continuing the push.
And they carry on through. They've got the minions. They're looking to end the game. Toaster will teleport back on in, and in the 4 versus 3, Goskilla look confident.
Certainly do, with Toaster coming back in. Warden gets onto Basilisk, pushes him back with the flash. Energy finds the ruin to face and forces the ultimate. Now Cospect is in. They're trying to get the carries down once and for all. And down they go. Goskilla with a dominant game 1. Goexanimo still cannot find the answer. They've got more games to do it, but Goskilla loving how they started off this series.
Oh, flank. It's like it's a lot harder. All you need is just poke, poke, poke. Don't have to hit the objective. Don't turn it into a 50-50 as NG's in
Basilisk
good
doesn't find
position.
the ultimate energy, gets behind onto face and doesn't get the kill receipt, but Champion follows up and finds it. That's one kill for Goskilla. While the Dragon was picked up by Goexanimo. Can they find some kills to the backside? Ruff has gone down, Homer's Sparta looking for Toaster. There's going to be the first kill. Basilisk somehow still alive, and Clydex looking for more, but the healing from Cosmic to Warden is so big. Can he get another? He won't. It's an ace. So it's on his way. Ruff pushed into stasis, but remember the healing. Look at the damage. Look at the resets potentially for Clydex. If he can get one down, perhaps he can turn it back. So many members of Goexanimo falling. Clydex falls and flashes, but he's traded, and Goskilla are taking this fight. Basilisk will be chipped down in the end. That's the ace for Goskilla.